What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Naruto Online. Today I'm going to bring up a topic that's been on my mind for some time now, and that's level freezing. So as most of you guys know, I have been level freezing / delaying for almost 2 years now. I have a whole separate video on level freezing and why people level freeze, so if you guys don't know, feel free to check it out. I'll link it in the description. But basically, level freezing is where you freeze your level so that you get easier opponents in Sage World Battlefield, and you get higher placements so you can get advanced refines. And normally this works great because if you level freeze, you'll have a really high power level for your level, and Sage is divided into several brackets depending on what level you are. And so before, I used to be really high level for my bracket, and so I could do pretty well. But things have changed, and I recently, when I got back, I recently noticed that there's a lot, and I mean a lot of higher level people. I've been seeing hundreds, level hundreds, sometimes even level 105s, and that's just absolutely insane because I'm only level 85 going against 105s. And so I thought I'd go and take a look at just what am I missing out by level freezing, and is it still worth it? The big question, is it still worth it to level freeze? And so how I did this is, first of all, let's see just exactly what I'm missing by level freezing. Probably the biggest thing I'd say is Ninja Exam. So for Ninja Exam, normally when you level freeze, you don't do it because it gives XP, a lot of XP actually, but one of the side effects of that is you lose out on Magatamas, and you also lose out on scrolls. So I thought I would convert the Magatama prices, or the Magatamas, into coupon equivalents, just to see how many quote-unquote coupons are missing out by not doing this each day. So I counted up all these Magatamas, and how I sort of priced them is the resistance and defense Magatamas. They're worth about 2 coupons, while the life, attack, ninjutsu, and rainbow ones are worth about 3 for these level 1s. And how I got that number was basically I took the shop price and I divided by 2 just to account for the shop overpricing things. And then I also double checked that with the prices in the Sun shop. So basically we're just underestimating how much these Magatamas actually cost for the sake of comparison. And so I counted up all my Magatamas, and I ended up with about 200 coupons worth of Magatamas each time I sleeped. And keep in mind, this is going to be different for each person because they're on different stages of Ninja Exam. But I think I checked it out when I was only at 200, and I was still about 180 coupons in. So it's a significant amount of coupons. And if we take that number, 200 coupons, and we multiply it by 7, so basically 1 week, we're going to get 1,400 coupons in 1 week. Now, on the other hand, we have Sage World Battlefield. So Sage happens 3 times a week. Let's see. Where do we find it here? Right here. See, Sage happens... Okay, why do you do that? Here, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And let's just assume I do really well these 3 days, and I somehow magically get 2nd place. Well, advanced refines are about 28 coupons per, and getting 2nd place lands you about 12 advanced refines, which would give me about roughly 336 coupons worth of items. And we take that and multiply by 3, because there's 3 Sage Worlds in a week, we're going to get about 1k coupons. So if we just straight up compare the coupons from Sage to Ninja Exam, we can already see that Ninja Exam's a little bit better in terms of quote-unquote pure coupon costs. Now, that being said, however, I do not get 2nd place every time. In fact, maybe every time I only get about 2 advanced refines, which is a far cry from getting 12 each time, which means it's even more logical just to go with Ninja Exam because I'm not even doing well, even though I'm level freezing. And we're also not even taking into account to the other things. We got daily practice here. Some of these things give fragments. This one gives seal scroll fragments and some Milboku gifts. Those also add a little bit to what we're missing out each day. And probably one of the bigger things that we miss out is the events. So, like for example, time-limited ninja recruitments, you get these keys by sweeping plot instances and wanted ninjas. If I was level freezing, I wouldn't really be able to do this. So that would mean I'm missing out on like grabbing these. So like I took a Kakashi Summer here, and if I hadn't, or if I had been level freezing, I wouldn't have been able to get that. And that's like what, 100 coupons or so, if we turn into like coupon equivalent. So you can see that there's a bunch of different things that are playing in a factor here. And so going by this, I chose to stop level freezing for now. You can see I'm already level 85. And it's actually gained a lot of power. I'm using a different team right now, but let me switch back to my main team. I gain about 10k power. I've been consistently gaining 10k power per week. It's been a week since I swapped, but you can see that the power gain's pretty good. And we're also going up in Ninja Exam. Before I stopped freezing, I was at 200, so we've already jumped up 60 levels, and that allows us to get the Pareto scrolls, which is also another massive contribution to power, since we get a lot of attack and ninjutsu off of it. In addition to that, we also have seasons. You can see like here, there's some of these that we wouldn't be able to do normally, like the winter health. You can't do this normally if you're level freezing, because you can't obtain any stamina if you don't use it up. Exam Master is also another thing that you miss out on by level freezing, so you'd be missing out on these points. And in our server, the points are pretty close. Like, look at that. Everyone's pretty close, so the competition's fierce, and so maybe missing out on those would be able to allow me to push more, therefore getting more coupons. So that's just another factor that I think plays into stopping level freezing. So that being said, though, I think it still depends person to person if you should level freeze or not. But as a general statement, I would say level freezing is not for most people. And there's also a few caveats. Well, there's one major caveat, which is I don't think you should hit level 105 yet, because level 105 has a completely separate Sage World Battlefield bracket. And generally, you're not going to see people under level 105 in that bracket. Just because that one's like the highest bracket, and there's a lot of people who are like 105. So normally, you don't see any 105s coming down, and people who are not 105 don't go up. So that one's still like the extreme, like top of the level people with like 1 million battle power. So I'd say don't hit level 105, because then you'll go into like a completely separate place. But yeah, I think just from my experience, I'm gonna say just don't level freeze for now. It's not really worth it anymore. You can get advanced refines from a lot of different places, and you're gonna be missing out on a lot if you do level freeze. But yeah, anyways guys, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.